This episode is proudly brought to you by Ben Sherman. You can check them out in their clothes. Their beautiful clothes at Ben Sherman ZA on Facebook and Instagram. iDiskiTV powered by Ben Sherman. Orlando Pirates nil, Kaizer Chiefs nil. It's won then on penalties. Good performance or excellent saves by Brandon Peterson on those penalties specifically. Decent performance by Kaizer Chiefs. Orlando Pirates, really hard to characterize what we saw from them, what they were trying to do. Kgaugelo Makhanya was always our analyst. Maybe let's start with them, Orlando Pirates, because I've been trying to ask Junior and Utso what exactly were Orlando Pirates trying to do? Because number one, I said on Friday that if anyone with these two teams that are voted by fans, if anyone is a stronger team, it's Pirates, because it's 4-3-3 Orlando Pirates, And then the Kaizer Chiefs, it was a mishmash. They were sabotaged by injuries and fans. By putting those young stars. But on actual match day, it was Chiefs who did well. Why Pirates performed the way they do, what they were trying to do today?
Greetings with viewership.
Yes, sir.
We beg from Pirates in Jova from what the fans voted for. The lineup of Orlando Pirates, it looked strong on paper, but come match day, it became something different. So, Pirates, one thing that it was a continuity from last season. By same coach, same personnel, same approach. Yes, it looked better. Lodge, because of Lodge, it gives them the element, movement, creativity. So what they did, they still had therefore, but on attack, they allowed to use the Kupuge overloading one side, a side the Lodge most of the time towards the side Yaga Hoto. So it means they overloaded that side and open for which used to Kupuge all the time as a cross. So element crossing, why being materials that much? Mango is a bit shorter. So whenever you assign Ushusta Kupuga shy cross, then it means he's gonna struggle to find Umango because of he's a bit short. So it means Umango he deals ngama through ball nama ball as win straight. And so you need to pick nje I1 pinpoint him straight away. So it looked they played in patches, man. Especially if they played in patches. Sometimes they bebuya ngati yasebenza ibuye iqime futhi ngoba one thing that bengeke change because of the coach is still using the very same tactics beka user last season. So he changed element in JB, we change ukuthi Lodge was in the field of play. So he's one player with creativity one eye. So it allowed Lodge ukuthi adlale as a number 10 who was free all the time. So most of the time left.
Yeah, I mean Kaizer Chiefs for them is pride, man. I mean it's always nice to come and talk about them in a little bit more positive light because it's a reflection of what we saw. Today they were pride, and I don't know, I'm doubting myself, I'm second guessing myself whether or not I am overrating what I saw or really this was pride. From your perspective, from how they were playing, because I thought their starting lineup was really bad. Like, I don't know how the fans reached that conclusion of selecting these players, but the actual playing of even that starting lineup was good.
Yeah, the actual play of the starting lineup was also good because of Maupega, Uhepi, Mashiani was playing left full back. Yeah. So most of the time, that's the side which it was mostly going to be vulnerable, especially if Pirates had utilized that side because of Uhepi all the time, Kupuga, and the very same side, and most nama runs away Kaizer Chiefs come up side. So all the time we try to draw my players with Pirates. Whenever they were trying to cover the low side, it meant to so all the time to the other direction. They were trying to create one-on-one for and he always had that opportunity. Yes, I can take on which was something with Sekgotha. It's something that maybe he's somebody that might try to fix the situation. We always, I mean, we are we've got the element as some South African players, element of creativity, element of taking on. So you eliminator. So one thing from ama games ngiyibona and that is something with the Chiefs is anayo this season is that element uSekgotha zangayo is that element uBilliard anayo is so even Dolly a fit Dolly also he has got that element, so it means ukuthi there'll be a vast creativity, especially from the side.
Yeah, I mean you're a winger, and I've recently been watching some of your old games, Vodacom Challenge as well, and I saw that in you as well, Uguti, you were able to eliminate. Were you excited to see Kgaugelo and his ability to take on? I mean, I don't want to overrate it, but from what we saw, the little that we saw, every take on was successful, and there was an elimination of someone. Maybe only the final product needed to be better, but still some of them, they found his teammates.
Yeah, one thing for in a wins which I always criticize is because of its system. It's always have to be determined by the type of players that we have.
Yes,
so it means if you've got those kind of players, you can't really ubuyele with system whereby they are saying yes, 5-3-2 is the future, whereby we having wing backs akupuka. So it means lama players lawa are creative, abo Sekgotha, abo Lodge, Saibulal wing play. Then it means into our main export. We've got abo Pesita, we've got abo Kgaugelo. Those were our main export in terms of creativity, which is something that we boast about as African players. So we killed that thing ngama systems that we put in place, especially with my teams as a coach. So I was happy emphasis yaga coach. One thing coach we Chiefs ayenzi le futhi second half it shows what they signed my players ngoba second half ubuyile wa change close to four players. So it meant ukuthi manje kune diversity in terms of selection, there'll be diversity in terms of playing personnel, our systems now they'll always change, so you can tweak based on our personnel. So so that's what created also excitement from my supporters at Chiefs. What is it that we are going to see? So I'm hoping coach from what we saw, our teams, our passan, our teams, creativity, we're still going to see those. Unlike a situation whereby the other team is sitting back, waiting for the other team to attack, landing a counter attacks. So so I'm hoping from what we saw from Kaizer Chiefs, Lama teams they'll continue it and take it to his season as
the natural temptation, and I suppose this is going to be going on Espani, Namachitamaningi, wherever we meet and talk about the game. We'll be tempted. Of course, there are those of us who take the conversation to a different level and will say, every season we always say Sundowns, and rightfully so, because they've won 4 titles in a row. If not overtaking Orlando Pirates, so if we say Orlando Pirates are number 3 and Chiefs are number 8, if not automatically overtaking Orlando Pirates, maybe we could be sure about that, but then how far else can we place the Chiefs Kula League? I mean, it would be disrespectful for now to say number 1, but ungaba place on top of Amazulu who were number 2. Would you place them on top of the Orlando Pirates who were number 3, on top of the Arrows who were number 4? Where would you place them? Because it's tempting now, because it looks like it's coming together now.
Yeah, I will definitely place them amongst the contenders. I'll definitely place them amongst the contenders. Because one thing about the Chiefs, they were always solid at the back. So they always lacked in terms of equality in terms of middle field going forward, and also having those type of creative players like Sekgotha, a fitter Billiard, and hoping a fitter Kgaugelo, a fitter Manyama. Then it means they'll be challenging also maybe in between Sundowns and Amazulu Lapaya. So that's
what I'm saying. It would be disrespectful to think that maybe they would be number 1, because we have to give the guy that won 4 times the opportunity again to defend it. We have no reason to believe that they won't until we see the first 2 months. But so when you're saying you would place them number 2, number 2.5, number 3, around there?
I'll place them there. definitely place them there. I'll definitely place them there ngoba njengoba ngikutshela ukuthi emuva they always looked solid. They've got signing akaNgcobo, so then iyakubuza ukuthi maybe kuyohlala uKgaugelo Tower, so emuva they look solid. So midfield we saw Unange, we saw Kgaugelo Alexander. They've got equality which we saw maybe second half. They were in charge of the game. They controlled the game. So you never know. Maybe from inside the parents, was it because of early stages our season so kuna lobo rastinyana. Yeah. So then you look at combination ka Kgaugelo Alexander no Patusha Unange. Then it means it's the same combination of what coach. I prefer, so Bonisile Nangama Sapsa Guti is going to go for that combination, and of which is that position would be having a problem throughout the season. So they were not that solid in the midfield. Hence, had to Kgaugelo Oplom, who is a natural right back, Kgaugelo Bennett Parker Lapaya. So so natural midfielders are going to play there. So it means they'll have a better control of my games.
Right. There you go. That's Kaizer Chiefs and Orlando Pirates. Of course, we take everything here with a pinch of salt because it's the first game of the season. We will be here taking you through the journey of the season. So everything will unfold in front of our eyes, and at some point in the next 2 months, you will know what these men feel is the stronger team based on maybe seeing the first 7 games, because that usually gives you a better gauge of who is good and who isn't. For now though, congratulations Kaizer Chiefs, hope you enjoy the victory. Thank you so much for watching us. We're sponsored by Ben Sherman for the weekend. Thank you very much for the beautiful clothes, and thank you for watching the video.